Hello everyone. I am glad you stopped by my channel. My name is Julia, and you are in the knitting phase in style. Today, I want to suggest that you knit with me a little hat with bare ears. This specific hat I knitted for a girl. I think if you are knitting for girls, you could also decorate it with a bow or a flower, but I did not do that. I think it looks very nice as it is. This hat, in my opinion, will suit both boys and girls. It all depends on the color of the yarn. Let's take a closer look at the hat. Here are some photos. I knitted this hat for a head circumference of 49 centimeters. It is quite large, not for a baby. I have a 4-year-old daughter, and I used Yarn Art Happy Yarn. I used exactly one skein. That means there was a small piece left. Everything went just tight for this hat. So, if you are knitting for a larger head circumference, more than 49 centimeters, you will probably not have enough yarn. My hook was 6.5. This hat is very soft. It turned out specifically from this yarn, and quite warm. I don't know how it will hold up in winter, but I think it is very cozy. I won't be adding a lining for now. Yes, I think it would look unattractive. So mine is without a lining. Today, friends, we will knit the same hat. Only I will take a regular yarn, not fluffy, so that everything is clearly visible for you. Because knitting with this yarn is quite difficult. Beginners will find it a bit challenging, I think. So, please keep this in mind. In this video we will prepare the necessary materials, take all the measurements, and perform the calculations. And in the next video, which will be released in a couple of days, we will start the practical part. I will be knitting with Semenov yarn, Olga, which comes in 100 grams 392 meters, 95% wool, and 5% acrylic. I will be using 2 strands. We will also need a hook. Mine is 3.5. A smaller hook wouldn't hurt either. I also have 2.5 on the other side and back. This is to hide the ends at the end of the knitting. Additionally, to hide all the threads, a needle with a large eye will be needed. Next, a pair of scissors, a measuring tape, and markers. 4 pieces, probably a couple more, and a notebook with a pen for calculations. First, we will take all the measurements and do the calculations. So, we measure the circumference of the child's head. I am going to knit a hat for my son. The head circumference is 48 centimeters. But, since I plan to make a lining, I will knit for a head circumference of 49 centimeters. This I measured on the child's head. You can measure using some hat as well. I measured the depth using a hat that fits well on the head. For my son, it came out to 18 centimeters. The depth, meaning the height of the hat. Next, what calculations do we make? First, we will divide the head circumference of 49 centimeters by pi. This is 3/14. I got 15.6 centimeters. This will be our diameter at the base. You will of course substitute your own head circumference, and you will surely get a different number. So, next we divide the circumference of the head by 3. After that, we add 1 or 2 centimeters. If you are knitting a very small hat for a baby, then add 1. If it's bigger, then add 2. I am knitting for 2 years, for 2.5 years, so I add 2 centimeters. And I get 18 whole 3/10 centimeters. This is our depth. We can check our measurements. It turned out almost the same. So we will knit with the additions until we reach this diameter. After that, we will knit down to our depth to 18 centimeters. Look, there's also a table like this. I think you have also seen it online freely available. so you can find it for yourself. It is very convenient. Here it shows the head circumference, let's say, of a child. Immediately, the diameter of the bottom is calculated, divided by 3 and 14. The depth of the hat is approximate, and the age. I think it's very convenient. And no matter how much I knit, it generally matches. Here are my calculations using this table. You can save it for yourself as well. In this case, my head circumference is 49. The diameter of the bottom is 15 and 6. The height, or rather, the depth of the hat, is 17 and 18. Just like we measured and calculated. 2 to 3 years, it all generally matches. We will stop here for now. In the next video, we will start knitting. So subscribe so you don't get lost. And see